Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Cards. It is Thursday, April 8th at 11:11. Let me know if you're here. Send me a little note in the comments. Today I'm trying something new that I picked up from Trader Joe's. Instant cold brew. It's pretty good. Good morning, Roslyn. Good morning from Paso Robles, California. Bet you're having good weather there right now. We are here. Oh, good morning, Chrissy. Welcome. Morning, sis. Morning or good afternoon from Romania, Robert. Great to have you guys here. Missed you guys on Monday, but I had a great weekend. I got to go see my friend who I've known since elementary school. Went and spent Easter with her family, so that was great. Morning, Heather. And today here in West Virginia, it's going to be about 80 degrees, I think. It's really nice outside, and the birds were really active this morning. We're now having to mow the lawn again, so that little break is over, but let me know how you're doing out there. Did anybody pull cards for themselves on Monday since we didn't have coffee and cards? Let me know. And at this point, I really don't remember what we pulled last time on Thursday. I guess I should have looked that up, but each week is a new week. So hope you guys had a great weekend if you celebrate Easter or not. And I hope the start and mid-week is going well for you. So let's actually, if it's your first time here, we will be working with the Entrepreneur Oracle deck, the spiritual support for entrepreneurs. I created this deck along with my friend Kathy Weiss. We created the deck because we had the experiences of running our own business, and we after years of doing that, we realized there wasn't a tool to help deal with the emotional part of running your business. There was lots of trainings and to-do lists and all the things that you needed to do, but there was no support for the emotional aspect that comes up. So that's how we created this. So we have gone through the motions ourselves. We have faced the problems of, should you work with certain people, or feeling isolated, or not knowing what kind of decision to make, or lack of motivation, or not sure you're making progress, expectations. All of those things are addressed in this deck, and you can get yours at entrepreneuraoracle.com. And let's get started. So at first, what we'll do is we'll pull a collective card for everyone. And then I will open it up. If you would like a card pulled, you can let me know in the comments, and we will give you a little mini reading that will build upon the collective card that we choose. So here we go. Also, if you're watching, let me know if you're drinking your coffee with us today. Oh, I've also started putting in collagen powder into the almond milk and mixing that up. So then I get my collagen dose along with my caffeine dose. I'll surely pull a card for you, Chrissy. Morning, Cheryl. Love seeing your artwork out there. Saw that yesterday or this weekend. I probably was, and I think I saw some more this morning. So thanks for coming. Let's pull a collective card for the group, and then we will start the individual pulls. Teamwork. Actually, I was thinking about this card this morning. Teamwork. Each of you has a contract that you choose to subscribe to or not. When I pull this card, it usually is a reminder of the people that I'm working with or the people I surround myself with. So, the other concept behind this deck is duality. And in the sense of your work and your personal life being really one and the same. So, the things that show up in your work life are the same things that show up in your personal relationship. So, that's what we mean by duality. It's just changing the outfit, basically. So it's the same situation, just showing up in the different areas. So teamwork for me usually means um, I might be creating expectations for myself or someone else that they're not doing what I think they should be doing, or vice versa. But in this case, each of you has a contract that you choose to subscribe to or not. So it's also a reminder that you have a choice whether you want to be part of something or not, as do other people. And let's look at the guidebook for this. So this is a 44 card deck, but it also comes with this 138 page guidebook. So each one of the cards appears in the guidebook with more insight, some even with what we call a navigation section, which helps you move through the emotions you're having. So it's not to ignore what's happening to you or to get past it, it's to move through it. And this one, teamwork, actually has a quote. So let's look at that. The biggest thing that I learned is when you're building something, especially a project that requires partners, you have to make sure that there is a lot of overlapping desire and a lot of overlapping alignment with the people that you're doing work with. And that's from Andrew Zimmerman. And the card insight says teamwork depends on your situation, your scale, your soul growth, your human desires, and your soul lessons. Each of you has a contract, an agreement of sorts, that you choose to subscribe to or not. You have free will and do not have to listen or follow the path, signs, and symbols we send. So, on this topic, our answer is varied. Some of you will learn significantly by having what you call a team, people you bring into your life and assign roles and tasks to. This team will challenge your soul growth. This team is to bring awareness and light to your perceived areas of weakness and either propel your growth forward or shut you down. Do not worry. There is no wrong path in your evolution. Should shutdown occur, you will continue to learn. You will encounter lessons that will be packaged and disguised in such a way that you will simultaneously recognize and not recognize them. Some of you will continue to pursue your path alone. In this case, you will learn from your work and your business from others. For these are your life lessons. These teachings may be in communication, trust in self, assuredness, you are doing the right thing, or conquering loneliness through deep engagement in what you create. The lessons are infinite and as varied as the number of humans on the planet. We cannot list them all, nor call them into one complete sentence. You must go within to unearth what is yours. On the subject of teamwork, we say this: what lessons are teamwork, or the lack thereof, teaching you? Learn and move on, or do not. Supply meets demand. Lessons meet you on your terms. The teacher is there when you are ready to listen. Awesome. We've already got lots of requests for cards, so let's just get started on that. So we'll keep the teamwork card here and just know when I pull the card specifically for you. So we'll start with Chrissy. It will build upon this teamwork. So basically, teamwork is for everyone. And then individually, this card will have different meaning for us based on the card I pull for you. And welcome, Chrissy. And I see that Sissy's already telling you welcome. Welcome to our group. And Chrissy just purchased her deck yesterday, so she doesn't even have it yet. So we are happy that you are joining our little collective group and that your deck, your tool will be on its way soon. So Chrissy, for you, in the sense of teamwork, I liked how in the insight it tells us it could be teamwork you have or lack of teamwork. So really for each one of us, our situations are different. So you will determine what that meaning is for you. I'm going to do a little differently for you today, Chrissy. How I pull the cards for myself is, here, I'll just show you. I usually, when I'm not pulling for others, I will spread the cards out. And then, since I don't have that big of a space here to show you on camera, you just spread the cards out however you want. And you can close your eyes and place your hands over top. Or to me, what usually happens is it reminds me of the old cartoons where there'd be like a tree and you knew that something was going to happen with the root because the root looked different from the rest. So then the squirrel would run over and it'd be like a telephone ringing and you would pick it up. But that part of the tree looked different than the rest. And that's the only way I can really explain it is like the card that I'm supposed to pick actually looks different than the others. Some people put their hands over it and then have a feeling in their hand. There really is no right or wrong way. The card that you are supposed to pick will come out. So let's get this back in. And Chrissy, for you, at least on a color level, you've got some really cohesive cards there. So sit. Commit to a practice that filters out daily noise for you to hear what lies within. Usually when people, or when I pull this card, this means I need to slow down or reassess or take inventory, basically, of my thoughts. And just, okay, let's collect ourselves and let's stop and sit and just, what is it that I really want? Or am I getting caught up in other people's stuff or what other people think? And what is it that I really want? And in order to find that out, that's where that filtering out the noise. So noise specifically in this case, like you see in this photo, there's lots of leaves, lots of happenings there. And until you can actually sit down and notice each one of them, it just sort of is a little messy. So let's look at the guidebook and see if I can offer you any other insight. And let us know in the comments if that resonates with you or some of the things maybe that come up. In the stillness lies the root of all answers. This is the place from which other concepts and cards arise, including trust and patience. This is where the answers that lie within lead to the answers out there. You have two great capacities. Your first is your inner guidance system, your intuition, your gut. It sits deep inside your bones and gives a sense of complete confidence. You just know. Knowing is a gift. It tells you when it's time to stay and when it's time to leave, when it's time to double down and go harder, and when it's time to sit back and relax. You can't access this knowingness within the noise. Both internal and external noise prevents you from hearing your innate wisdom. You must commit to a practice that filters out daily noise to hear what lies within. The next gift you have is us. We are your spirit guides and source wisdom flowing through you. It can appear as something unexpected, contrary to your thoughts and beliefs, or a constant, nagging, itching sensation at the back of your mind. That is us, providing you with the way forward when you think there is no rational way onward. We are here to guide you when things are unclear. Carving the way through a jungle path with our foresight means taking turns, going where it seems scary, not being able to see a clear road ahead, and deep trust in our wisdom and strength. To access our guidance, you must learn to discern that which comes from us. You learn this by being quiet and still. You may sit in meditation, stand and gaze upon the land, or walk, run by yourself without background noise. You may set a timer and breathe and relax your body for 1 minute before responding to a request, an email, or a call. This card is connected to the answers and the trust cards. If you pulled either of these cards, it is time to reconnect and recommit to your inner practices for your outer practice to manifest results. So awesome. Hope that offers you something, Chrissy, today. And let's pull one for Rosalind. And we're glad for you to join us, and can't wait for you to get your deck and have you share the first card that you pick. And you can tag at Entrepreneur Oracle. You can share our lives and the deck with others. And Sissy says she likes to pull her card by shuffling through each one hand to the next until I get a feeling to stop. And then that's my card. There you go. All right, Rosalind. You're getting a twofer today. So we've got teamwork. And I think we addressed this with you last week. Had to do with people you were working with. So I think that is still continuing on. So you've got help and motivation. The help you seek will guide you back to your heart. And motivation, trust the inner wisdom of why you choose this life of entrepreneurialism. So teamwork and help to me are related. And to create the right team, you need the people that are also in alignment with you, which to me is what guiding you back to your heart is. So the motivation to me in this pull means that this is sort of the part that is taking time or action or patience, and it requires motivation to keep going. To build this team, this help, to stay in alignment takes work. It doesn't just happen. So you need to continue to have motivation to keep that going. So let's look at that motivation cards, because I feel like that's the real action here. Let's see. Motivation. Set your motivation before going into business. Some people call this your why. It promotes and propels you on the days you don't want to work, when things feel off, wrong, or wearying. Motivation is the reason you started this whole thing in the first place. You can have multiple reasons why. We suggest you list them. Write them down by hand. Place them where you need reminding so you can see and read them. They need not be forefront at all times, for they will become noise which you tune out and therefore hold with less esteem and value. If you drew this card, it is time to take pause, evaluate or reevaluate your motivation. What is your primary purpose for the business you've created? There is no wrong answer, and your response should not fill you with shame. Your purpose, your motivation, your why is our divine gift to you. It is the spark that is currently pulling forth from you both creation and learning, growth and expansion, contribution and receptivity. Your soul is guided and guarded by us. Trust this inner wisdom of why you chose to boldly and courageously live this life of entrepreneurialism. For the days will be long, the days will be troublesome, the days will make you want to run away and hide. But also, the days will be rewarding, satisfying, clarifying, and well-lived. We say unto you this: motivation and understanding will carry you through any missteps, confusion, or doubt. Peace be with you now. So, Rosalind, just some reassurance, I think, for you to stay motivated, reassess your motivation. And I know you've been working with some other people. And I think that process of preparing your team and alignment and what you're doing is really where you needed this, just a reminder about motivation and why you really are doing this. So let me get back to the comments here. Oh, and Chrissy, great. You're working on learning to quiet down and sitting. Right, good. You're so welcome. And great to hear, Rosalind, you'll be able to join us on Thursdays now. Great. We love that. Let's see. We've got Robert and then Cheryl. So, Robert, let's get to you. And last week we heard about your crystal course that you'll be having, so that's exciting. And you were able to complete, which is what we were had been talking about in your card pulls in the last couple of weeks. So that's perfect. You stayed with it, kept going. And now we're going to look at Robert and your teamwork, which sometimes has to do with other people, sometimes has to do with ourselves. So it's hard to say. And you too are drawing help, which I think to build the right team, again, you have to stay with people or stay in your own alignment. So for you, Robert, let's just read the help card. There is proper help and improper help. It always comes down to how you feel. Each person you bring into your world and awareness to guide you and assist you on your path is doing so from their perspective. That perspective they bring is valid and has something to offer you. What they offer you is this: the wisdom they bring in alignment with your heart, desires, and goals. Sometimes the answer is yes, and sometimes the answer is no. It is always a test of sorts. How willing are you to stay true to your heart? How prepared are you to understand that sometimes the help you seek has not yet arrived, or that the help you seek is guiding you back to your heart and what you already knew? Oh, good. And I see Robert is saying interesting. So what do you find? Oh, you are your team, me, myself, and I, right? Well, maybe this is a reminder, and I know we talk about this a lot here because this is something I have to learn myself, was that I don't have to do it all by myself. I'm not supposed to do it all by myself. And to really make your idea come to life, you are really limiting by keeping it to yourself. I know for me, I wanted to protect what I was doing and sort of guard it, and also there was something in myself, like independence, and doing it myself was some sort of badge of like honor. But at the same time, to really give our ideas and our creations what they deserve, we need other people. So, Robert, what I think for you the message is, you're getting that twice: teamwork and help. And to me, for you, this is one and the same. Good. Collaborations. Perfect. And yes, definitely, Sissy, you need to show up for yourself, for sure. So stay in alignment, but just know that we aren't supposed to do things by ourselves. I know it feels that way sometimes, and sometimes when we create, we really want to protect things, but we're limiting it if we only keep it to ourselves. So just remember that. There are people that are going to help it and make it better at the same time. So, and Cheryl, let's pull a card for you and see what the cards want to tell you today. Oh, they want to tell you a couple things. Supplies and patience. So I know you just started putting out there some of your artwork, and so this probably has something to do with that. So supplies, resources go beyond the veil of the physical world into the energetic realm. And patience, all that is yours is coming. So we're building off of teamwork. Each of you has a contract that you choose to subscribe to or not. And for you specifically, having to do with supplies and patience. So I think I would like to read you the supplies card, because to me, the patience card is pretty self-explanatory. But the supplies card may or may not need just a little clarification in this case. Supplies are not what you think. You do need specific objects to complete your tasks: computers, pens, notepaper, software, receipt books, record keeping practices, and so on. The supplies we are referring to here are resources. These go beyond the veil of the physical world into the energetic realm. You need a supply of money. Money is both an illusion and a gift and vibrates at the frequency of love. It allows you to purchase and pay for things which will enable you to complete your task on your soul-centered journey, of which your business is part. You need a supply of time. Time is an illusion and a human construct of making measurement and meaning. The quality of time allows you to understand how to engage your days, be present and focused, flow with integrity, and create masterful works of art. Oh, isn't that interesting? Your business is your art, your creation. Time is the measurement tool of its progress and its unfolding concerning your soul's journey. Time is elastic and can expand or contract for you because it is not real and does not exist in the light realm. Therefore, time is a supply you give to yourself through your awareness and how you choose to conduct your days and life. You need a supply of energy, the physical capability to focus your attention, create, and communicate, to engage in the tasks and projects you have set forth upon yourself. This comes from a body well cared for through proper sleep, nutrition, and exercise. You must not deny your physical body's needs, for this is an essential tool of your trade. Yeah, time is elastic. Isn't that a great? You need a supply of belief. You must believe in your work, your creation, your offerings, your knowledge, and your skill. In this, you must be unwavering, for it is your certainty that attracts those you serve. All these supplies are genuinely yours to cultivate. They come from deep within your mind and relate to how well you can put forth the magic of your inner being into the world. Awesome. Well, good. I'm glad that, yeah. And as I read you the supplies, it made more sense to me in your situation. And so to me, the patience is just knowing that getting a handle or balance on your supplies, especially like on your energetically and managing your time and taking care of yourself, have patience in that. Yes, yes, yes. I believe in my work. Great. You should. It's amazing. You are mastering your energy. You're so welcome. I'm so glad you could join us today. And yeah, the cards can offer you that. So keep going, and we will all watch out for more of your work. And let's see here. Lots of comments today. Let's see. We've got Robert, Roslyn. Anybody else would like a card? Let me know. We've got just a couple more minutes. So good. And you know, Cheryl, you're in this very exciting portion, like the release. It's exciting yet also really scary, right? When something really means something to you and then you put it out there, it could also be a really scary time. So I think, you know, the patience also will be in watching for moments of like joy and fear and just knowing that all of them will be happening. And when you're in joy or fear, you'll just know that you won't always be there. There will be something else coming. Oh, Robert, you'll see if teamwork works this week. I think it will for you. And I think sometimes we have expectations of what teamwork is. Totally enjoy. Good. So happy for you. Oh, we got Andrea coming on. So let's pull a card for you. That will be our last one today. So you came in just in time. And I don't know if you were listening before, but you can go back and watch the replay about the Teamwork Collective card for everyone. So let's get our last card for you. Andrea, thanks for joining us. One more card. You're open to opportunities, Robert. Good. That's a great. Always stay open and try not to set expectations for what we consider to be opportunities, because sometimes it's a learning point is an opportunity, not necessarily what we had in mind. So alone. You are never alone, not really. In conjunction with this teamwork card is a reminder that you don't have to work alone, that you can choose to have a team or not, but it's still your choice. But the alone card is a great card, especially if you are working for yourself or working from home. It's a great thing to be reminded that you aren't alone, because sometimes it feels that way. If you're in a physical space by yourself all the time, it feels like you're alone. But this is a reminder you're not. And there's a quote that goes along with this card in the guidebook. Life is not what you make Life is not what you alone make it. Life is the input of everyone who touched your life and every experience that entered it. We are all part of one another. So I'm going to read that again, and I want you to think of it from the aspect of our teamwork collective card. Life is not what you make of it alone. Life is the input of everyone who has touched your life and every experience that entered it. We are all part of one another. Alone, in tandem, together, separate. These are words that refer to a human condition. You and I are one. We are source energy, a universal force found in all living beings. It is in our nature to share the same spirit, guides, and love. The divine spirit is part of you, as are your guides and our love. Therefore, you are never alone, not really, not in the divine sense. When you perceive that you are working alone and feel isolated, reach deep into your heart, soul, consciousness, and seek solace in the divine community. Or join us on Coffee and Cards. Spend time in prayer, speak your needs, search for guidance. That energy that we share will point you in the direction of experiences, people, and things you need for your success on the human platform. They could also lead you to a team. So when you say don't do it alone, meaning your work, we agree. Do your work in concert with all of us who share the same energy. And we will show you how to do the tasks you create on the physical realm and what tasks you invite others to do with you there. We know you mean in human form, and we correct you now and thusly. You are never alone, and you never do it alone, even when the perception is in your mind. Oh, good. I'm glad. Good. I hope that sometimes we just need a reminder. And it's funny because these cards, if you look at the words, seem like total opposites, right? But as we read the alone card and the insight that goes with it, it all had to do with not being alone, and everything we do is actually part of a team or a collective. So looks like we are out of time, but it was really great session today, and I'm so happy that you all could be here. Excuse me. And we will be back on Monday, same time. So please be sure to share entrepreneuraoracle.com. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. So subscribe to YouTube. Share your thoughts and cards on Instagram and Facebook. And I will be with you again on Monday. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you have a great day. Happy Friday Eve. Yes, forgot about that one. Good call, Heather. And have a great, great rest of your day, morning, evening, wherever you are. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here to listen to the messages from the deck. Have a great day, everyone.